Hi, I just saw this article which came up before its news, and I think that it has a big meaning in the Bible prophecy. You know, the Bible prophecy of the apocalypse. It says that many false Christs will come, claiming to be the way and like that. So this was interesting that the people at Before It's News had picked up. What was interesting particularly is that you can see that this article had 100 people watching, so that it's on the first page. You see it's at the first page and there are 143 people watching, so it's on the second place. So that means that people are very interested in this idea that this might be the Antichrist. In the article, they're saying that this person who's called Maitreya could maybe be the Christian Antichrist as predicted. So I want to talk about that now in this video because that's really interesting. What's interesting is that you have 140 people reading this. Now, why that's particularly interesting is because we're at a crucial moment right now where Obama has lost his power as president, and he's a lame duck president. That means that he cannot defend his record in any way because he has no support either in the Senate or in the Congress. So he's just a lame duck. And Obama is a person who's been systematically polls. He's polled as the polling says that he may be or he is the Antichrist. Very many people. There's a poll which said that 1 out of 8 people said that they thought Obama was the Antichrist. They were definite. And 1 in 4 people said he might be the Antichrist. So Obama is very, very high in that ranking. But here in this article, we have people who are suggesting that it's not Obama. Obama's not the Antichrist. It's this person, Maitreya. Now, the Maitreya, these guys operate as a combo. There's this one old guy, this old English guy, who presents a guy Maitreya who nobody has seen. There are no pictures, no videos of him or nothing. And so this guy is just selling this invisible man. It's just like the Invisible Man. You're selling the Invisible Man. So here's a video about this. So what I wanted to say is I don't want to get anybody can say that they're Maitreya. Maitreya is in Buddhism. Maitreya is the Buddha of the future. But these people are total ignorance because Maitreya. It says in Buddhist teaching that Maitreya, the future Buddha Maitreya, cannot appear in the world as long as there are traces of the old Buddhism. As long as the previous Buddha, who is called Sakyamuni, the traces are still here on earth of his teaching, his books, the teaching, the temples, the Buddhists. As long as they're still here, no Buddha, two Buddhists cannot appear at the same time, come and teach. That's not possible. One Buddha can only appear alone in the world, and then his teaching must completely disappear until the next one comes. So whatever this guy is saying about this guy being Maitreya about this, and it's completely absurd because he says that the Maitreya, this guy, the Messiah, is dresses as a Pakistani, and he has a beard, and he wears a little white cap. So that's typically Muslim. The Buddhism is opposed to Islam. Islam in the Quran, for example, it says to kill all Jews and Christians and all heretics. To kill them. It says to kill them. There are 108 passages. Buddha says that killing people is a sin, whereas Islam says that killing people is a virtue. It's a good deed, and you go to heaven if you kill people. So it's absurd. This guy here, who we see on the screen, this old guy who's telling this whole story, he's particularly ignorant. Now, I have said that because I'm Buddhist, I don't want to involve with Christian apocalypse and talking about the Antichrist and talking about 666 because I'm a Buddhist, so I don't want to involve in that. But nevertheless, I have involved in that because 666 was drawn in the lottery in Obama's hometown in Chicago the day after his election, which makes him the Antichrist. And there was a Newsweek article which asked the question, is Obama the Antichrist? But the article was saying, well, that 666 draw in the lottery makes Obama the Antichrist. Obama is the Antichrist from that. That's a proof. It's proof that he's the Antichrist. Now, I'm seeing that there are a lot of people on this article, like 140 people on this article. In just like a couple of hours, it's gone up to, well, in 1 hour, it's 1,500. In a couple of hours, 1,600 people. So people are really flocking to this. They're really interested in this topic. So what I want to say is there's no proof that this guy we're talking about in this article, Maitreya, there's no proof that he's the Antichrist. There's no proof. If you want to find the Antichrist, there has to be number 666 has to mark him. That's the mark of the beast. He has to be marked by 666. This guy, Maitreya, he's just like any cult guru, snake oil salesman. They're rip-offs. They're just rip-offs, and they're claiming to be things that they're not. I'm claiming that I'm the reluctant messenger. When the Bible, it says the reluctant messenger. Why am I the reluctant messenger? I made a video about my latest video. Look at my previous video. I am the reluctant messenger because Buddhism doesn't talk about Antichrist, doesn't talk about the apocalypse, doesn't talk about 666. But I reluctantly talk about that, and I reveal that Obama is the Antichrist because of that lottery draw, 666, that marks Obama. I reluctantly talk about that because I saw this Newsweek article that said, is Obama the Antichrist? And the answer was yes, and they gave the answer that it was yes. And I felt that I was forced to do it because I was faced with this. I was confronted with this reality that Obama is the Antichrist. So I reluctantly went into this thing. It's like people go to war reluctantly, like America went into war reluctantly in Second World War. They only went into a Second World War like 3 years after everybody else because the Japanese attacked them. Reluctantly, I go into this campaign to reveal that Obama is the Antichrist, and that's why in the Bible it says that there will be many false Christs who will appear, and false prophets who will say that they know the way, they know where to go and what to do. And so here in this article, I see that there are a lot of people following this. So I want to debunk that and say, you know, people, don't go there because the Bible says, and it's Jesus who said that in the Bible, he said, don't go there when you hear false Christs saying, I am the way, follow me. He said, don't go there, don't follow them. Even if people say they talk in Jesus' name, don't follow anybody coming in Jesus' name. So this guy here, for example, he comes in Jesus' name, you see. He says, this man, Maitreya, he claims to be the God of all religions. He claims to be the God of all religions. And he says that he is Maitreya, but he says, the Bible tells us that when Christ comes back to earth, it won't be until the reign of the Antichrist is complete. Yeah, so this commentary here is against this guy Maitreya. But in the video, Maitreya says that he is Christ. He is Christ. So in the Bible, it says to not follow anybody who is a false Christ. But now what I'm seeing here is that people are very interested in this topic. And so I'm warning, this video is to warn all these people. There are thousands of people here. That's why I'm making this video, to warn people to not follow false Christs, but also to know what's the difference between the Antichrist and somebody who's not the Antichrist. This guy here, Maitreya, is not the Antichrist because the Antichrist will be marked by 666. Only Obama is marked by 666. So that's the message I wanted all you people to get. Okay, bye-bye.